But right now, we are going to put a highlight on something else that is happening here in the Queen City because we have Jon Sanchez. He is the frontman of a local heavy music act. Can I call it heavy music?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
All right, yeah, absolutely. And it's called Screwed Ends. I like the name.
Thank you.
All right. Not here just to talk about the music, the riffs, but there's also something special coming up on Black Friday, November 28th. Jon, thanks for joining us here. Nathaniel is here as well. He's actually our assignment desk digital producer extraordinaire. I mean, he's so many things, Nathaniel. And you've got the connects with the music world, definitely the metal world here in Charlotte. So cool. I love the variety, and I love what you're doing here, Jon.
Thank you. Thank you.
What is going to be happening here on November 28th?
So yeah, Black Friday, we're doing a toy drive. The local show is going to be 6 bands, a toy drive, everything that we can get donated, toys, all that stuff is going to be going straight to the Levine Children's Hospital, straight to them, trying to help support these kids that are spending the holidays in the hospital and not with their families. Just want to make sure that they have a bright holiday, just as anyone else wants to have.
Why Levine Children's Hospital specifically?
So I'm fairly new to Charlotte. I've only been here a couple of years, so that's really the only one I know. I've actually taken one of my kids there when they were sick. They were super great.
Okay, great.
There's super nice staff. So just something to help give to it. And that, and my wife actually works for the Atrium Healthcare System. So she was just like, hey, how about them right away? Because I was like, well, who would I do it for, or who would I donate or give the donations to? And right away she was like, Atrium with me. I was like, all right, let me look into it. And right away, of course, once I got in contact with them, immediately they got back a hold of me and was like, yeah, let's do this. We appreciate everything. We want to run this.
That's totally rad. And Nathaniel, how did you come into connection with Jon?
To put it bluntly, he just reached out to us through our email, and so that's just a huge caveat I have to anyone who has anything that they want to share with us. We're checking our emails and we're looking, and I saw this and I thought this blends two things that are really awesome for me: heavy music and helping the community and helping children. So really neat that we were able to get him in here to kind of promote this.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of not confuse the misconception that heavy music doesn't mean you have heart, doesn't mean you don't have heart, right?
Exactly. That's the whole point, is trying to break the stigma of the initial reaction of people. If people see me on the street, unfortunately, I mean, I have a head tattoo, my ears are obviously stretched out, piercings, tattoos. They don't think the best of me just off first glance, but no, I'm a father of 3. I have kids. I take care of my kids. I'm a family man. But like I was telling Nathaniel earlier, there's 5 members in my band. Between the 5 of us, 3 of us are dads. We have 8 kids in the band.
Well, aren't you guys just sweethearts?
Yeah, so this is just something that really means a lot to us. Not only being able to play music locally and getting the community involved, but getting the community involved for a great cause, for the kids.
All right, let's talk about this toy drive. What kinds of toys are you looking for?
So basically anything, anything within reason, of course. We talking to the hospital, they're really looking for, stuffed animals, toys, as far as like action figures, Barbie dolls, a lot of stuff.
All ages.
Yeah, exactly, all ages. So whenever people hear toy drives for kids, they automatically go towards the little kids.
Sure.
Like I said, the stuffed animals, the Barbies, the action figures, toy trucks, but they forget about the teenagers. There's teenagers in the hospital still too. So we're trying to push for makeup kits for the girls, baseballs, footballs, basketballs for the boys, or anything video game related, or room aesthetic, decor related, that would help make a teenager happy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's not
sure.
just about the little kids. Yeah, sure, it's great, but there's other kids that don't get as much because people don't really think about that when they're donating to kids.
Right. Yeah, the neglected population for kids. All right. If do they go to your show on November 28th? Where and when?
So I mean. If I can give some kind of way, I guess, to contact me directly via email,
Okay.
I'll be more than happy to try to pick anything up from around the city. That's not a problem for me.
Oh, wow.
The main thing is the show.
Okay.
The toy. All you got to do is bring in a brand new toy, unwrapped, brand new, or stuffed animal that still has the tag on that. They made that very clear. It has to have the tag on it.
Okay.
And then you're in. You get to watch a local band for the cost of a new toy.
All right. Where are you performing?
The Milestone.
And what about this venue? What can you tell us about this this place?
So I performed there a couple times. I've come to learn that it's a very historic venue to Charlotte. I mean, it's been around for ages. I mean, you've had bands like REM play there before. They were big. Nirvana's very first live album was recorded there in the early 90s. And so it's a very historic place. Not much to glance at from the outside, but when you get the community involved and see people pack out this room just to listen to local music, it's an incredible feeling.
Wow, if you're playing there already, REM and
definitely great names to follow.
Yeah,
Sure,
impressive.
that was like
Nirvana,
30
yeah.
plus years ago, but still, just being in that same room, that okay, something happened here.
All right, no, you've got some I don't know, chutzpah, and describe the music. Describe the kind of show you're going to see.
So it's predominantly going to be a hardcore show. Most of the bands are hardcore, minus the final act, Reflect Refine, that's more of a progressive metal type of band, but still great guys. The lead vocalist is my band's producer. Great band. But all the bands, we have one band, Torturous. It's going to be their very first show ever as a band, so that's going to be awesome for them. We have Lowest Point, still a younger group of guys, still trying to get their feet wet in the musical world, local world. They're playing too. We have a band called Two Stroke. They're more of a new metal type of band, a real rap metal type thing. Really awesome guys. You have Alpha Strain. They've been around for a while in the local scene. They're doing great things. Of course, you have my band, Screwed Ins. We're more of the hardcore beatdown side. So it's all aggressive music, but it's all for a good cause.
All for a good cause. Nathaniel, you hear their music? You've been exposed to their art, artistry?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when you have hair like mine and you are somewhat of a music journalist like I am, you get to know genres of music, kind of like their sports teams or kind of like their pyramids of like the food pyramid,
Sure.
Like they're just things in my brain. But I think, could you kind of describe what is hardcore? What is deathcore
so
in layman's terms?
So if you're talking to someone who has no idea what the subgenre is, metal. We play metal. You know what I mean? That's the broad spectrum. We play heavy music, we play metal. But when you break it down, you have hardcore, you have beatdown, you have new metal. Like, it's all subgenres. Like hardcore came off of the punk scene back in the day, and it's like, okay, it's already aggressive, but now we're going to make it heavier and more aggressive, and just something to really be angry to and let your anger, aggression out to, and then just progress from there. We can beat down like real more slower, down tuned, real heavy kind of stuff. And like I said, like new metal, new core, it's like a blend of like hip hop and metal, kind of, you know what I mean?
Yeah, gotta bring
some
that
rap flows over like guitar riffs and stuff like that. The progressive stuff, it's like really what it is, like just very progressive music and guitar stuff, like stuff you wouldn't ever expect to hear out of a guitar coming out of a guitar. Drum fills and stuff that are just kind of blow your mind, with vocals on top that just kind of just blend everything well together, and just kind of just makes you rethink what you think you know about music.
It's got to feel good to just let it rip like
absolutely,
that. And
absolutely.
then, just laugh.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the music that's going to be played at the show is not for everybody. You know what I mean? Some people stick to what they like and what they know. That's perfectly fine. But always want to broaden your horizon. I mean, you can go out to the show just to say, hey, I supported the community, and your next favorite band could be in that show. The next big band that comes out of the Carolinas could be at that show. You never know. You can say, hey, I saw them while I helped the community out by giving a toy. You know what I mean?
How is Charlotte's heavy music scene, Nathaniel?
It's pretty solid. I try to get out as much as I can, but I would say that there's a lot of stuff going. I think it's very underground. I feel like it needs more of a voice, and that's what I try to do as much as I can here with the voice I have here at WCNC Charlotte. But I'd say the music scene here is pretty cool.
All right,
I think,
nice.
Our engineer Corey will often tell me about random bands, and the Milestone specifically. He's always like, "Hey, bro," he tells me like
check
once
out
a month.
Milestone.
He tells me like once a month, like, "Hey, bro, did you know Nirvana played at the Milestone?" So
wow,
it's a very iconic venue for people who have been around the Charlotte area for a long time.
Impressive. And you know what? You have heart.
Yeah, I mean,
underneath all that.
Yeah, not wanting to do it for the notoriety of it, or like the clout of it. It's just like I said, there's 8 kids within the 5 members of our bands. We all have been there to having to take our kids to the ER for whatever reason. So we just want to be able to give back to the community and say, hey, I may look crazy, but I care.
You care,
I have a heart,
exactly.
you know what I mean? I want
And we
people-
care about
just
people who care.
Wanting to break that stigma of appearances.
Absolutely. We can dig that. We can all get on board with that. You want to shout out your email or contact in case, you said you wanted to,
Yeah,
if people want to
absolutely.
contact you about
Absolutely.
donating toys if they can't make it?
Yeah, absolutely. If you're wanting to donate or help out in any way, shape, or form, you can find us on Facebook, Screwed Ends, ENDS. Screwed Ends.
Screwed Ends.
I run the Facebook and the Instagram. You can reach out that way, or screwedendsband@gmail.com. I go straight to my phone. Like I said, if you have questions on how to help, or like, hey, I want to do this, but I don't want to go to the show, but I have some toys we can donate. Like I said, I don't mind driving. I'm not from Charlotte. I'm from San Antonio, Texas, which is a way bigger city, so
yeah.
I'm used to driving. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obviously, the closer the better, but I'll drive to the airport. I'll drive hundreds of it, wherever I need to help
You're so sweet.
fill this. Like I said, I want to get our tour van, and the only space available is the driver's seat for me to take it to the hospital. I want to pack that van as much as possible, donate as much as possible, and just show the local community that the music scene cares
All right.
about the community.
Screwed Ends, November 28th at the Milestone.
Yes, ma'am.
Showtime begins at 8.
8 o'clock. Yeah. Or is that doors? It kind of changed.
Doors might
be
open at
doors,
8?
and then the show
Okay.
shows. It's a little later. It's,
Right, I
It's,
was
it's
like,
right
8
after
sounds a
Thanksgiving,
little
so we wanna
early
make sure
for
people
heavy.
Still have their time with their family and
There
then
you go.
get there. But either way, from beginning to end, it's going to be a great show. A lot of great bands, great music. It's going to be a great time. Everyone's
All
gonna have
right.
a great time.
Awesome. Anything else, Nathaniel?
No, that's all. I'm really glad that we were able to bring him in and promote this.
We
really
made it
cool event.
happen.
I'm glad
Yeah.
that I was able to meet him. I'm
I
also
appreciate
from
it.
Texas, so
Yeah, and I used to live in South Texas for a hot second as
Oh, yeah.
well. So, cool all around. All right, fellas, we thank you.
I appreciate
All right,
the time.
Screwed Ends, November 28th. I like that. I just want to say Screwed Ends, too.